global sport may be in shutdown, but here on your home of rugby, we've got more sport than you can shake a stick at, and it all kicks off today with a continuation of the Global Rugby Challenge, a subscriber series where you guys take the field against the World's Elite. Today, we have the Flakers up against the Jaguares in a matchup we have been waiting for such a long time. This Jaguares side has been up there with the best this season, and now we get to see how good they really are when they take on their first subscriber team. That will be the Flakers, and this cool Flakers team themselves are right up there with the best. They currently sit in top position, but of course remember, some sides have already had the bye. They sit with a 5-win, 1-loss record on 25 points so far this season. The Flakers are looking to be the team to beat. Most recently, a couple of good wins versus AI teams. 28-14 over Clermont in round 5, and then it was 31-21 over the Saracens last round out. They are going to be a tough side to beat, and this is first versus third. This is GRC rugby at the highest level. The team for the Flakers tonight will be as follows. We'll kick things off with their front row as we always do. Peter Matthews will start on the loose end side of the front row with Zaza Kukulska moving into hooker and Gordo Asenso on the tight end side of the front row. Rui Valera and Chris Smith will be the locking partnership with Francois Valentine, Frederick Loeb and Rob Filkins at number 8. Into the back line, it will be Luca Moscow who will be at scrum half, and Tino Mahunde keeps his role in the number 10 jumper. Desmond Udi will be an inside centre with Pierre Valentine outside in, the captain wearing the number 13. Prince Mars Williamson will line up on the left wing with Adrian Townsend on the right, and Josh Walpole will give plenty of stability at the back and the number 15 jumper for the Flakers. And up against them on the road for the first time against a subscriber team is the Jaguares. The Argentinian franchise has been phenomenal this season, and they stand now, after the Toa lost their first match a couple of rounds ago, as the only team in the competition yet to lose the matchup. That's right, they are 5 wins, 0 losses so far. They sit 3 points behind the Flakers on 22 points, and most recently, yes, they had the bye back in round 5, but they bounced back nicely straight after that, straight after the break, and a big win, 37-18 over the Glasgow Warriors. Now is their toughest task yet. Their team seems in pretty good shape as well. All the big names are there, and they don't seem to have any big injuries keeping this team out, but depth well and truly is one of the big strengths of this Jaguares side. Their team for tonight will be as follows. Santiago Botta will be at loose end with Augustin Clevy at hooker and Santiago Medrano on the tight head side. Guido Pizzi and Thomas Lavanini will be together in the middle of the pack with Juan Manuel Lugusamon, Pablo Matera and Javier Decio, the back row, and the completion of the pack for the Jaguares. Into the back line, Tomas Kubeli will be at scrum half with Jacqueline Diaz Bonisha wearing the number 10 jumper. Then in midfield, Geronimo De La Fuente will be alongside Matthias Orlando in midfield with Emiliano Boffelli on the left wing, Matthias Moroni on the right, and Jacqueline Tukalets at fullback for the Jaguares. Let's get into the action, folks. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Flakers versus Jaguares. Let's get to it. So under the setting sky, it will be the Flakers in the yellow and purple who will be kicking the game off up against the Jaguares in the black and orange. Ready to go, we are. Tino Mahunde gets the game underway with a high kicks left-hand side and fielded nicely there on the edge from Maroney. And he finds a couple of big fours. The Guzman eventually takes it into contact for the first breakdown of this big clash as a little short side play from Cavalli finds plenty of room down here again for Maroney. He eventually does kick it away. Centre field looking for a beautiful place here. Townsend's missed it completely. Big chase early. Oh, wow. What a start for the Jaguares. Just about an explosive 5-pointer off the whistle. Really had to struggle back there, Adrian Townsend. And he just saved his blushes by a whisker. It's a quick kick off the 22 on a great one too from Benicia. A whisker inside the sideline. And that puts huge pressure now on the defence of the Flakers. Zaza Kukulska to throw. And just 7 or 8 metres out from his own line, he goes through Smith at the back and he holds it in. And he gets a good support from his forward pack here as they maul him forward. Big maul here from the Flakers. Meter after meter after meter. Senso runs. Now he finds it to Yudi. Into midfield partnership. Is great run there from Pierre Valentine. Back to Yudi. And a good combination finding support of Prince Mars Williamson on the 22. But the Jaguares. Big power play on the 22. They get the turnover and the runaway here from Guido Petty. Gets in the 22, but he loses the pill. Referee calls the penalty to the Flakers. Wrapped up at the breakdown. And now a chance to escape their 22, the Flakers. They have been well and truly under the pump here early on. Now Jaguares would love some points. Josh Walpole and Tino Mahunde discussing tactics as the Flakers go for a three-man line out, just one jumper each. And they go in and it's stolen. Petty easily getting it up over Valero there, and the Jaguares send it out to midfield. Wide they go for Buffelli, who spills the ball.
Release.
But Cavalli dives on top of that and secures possession yet again. Here's Benicia, once again looking for the territory gain here with the boot. And that one is a little bit too deep. Far too deep, in fact, as it cleans up the cameraman in the corner. And will set the two teams back to either a 22 dropout or, of course, a scrum. I mean, which would you take here? They're not much advantage taking. Well, there is actually. It was just about to halfway. Didn't seem like it was much outside the 22 when he kicked it, but a great advantage here for the Flakers to go all the way back to halfway. And to have a set-piece opportunity to boot as well. Scout feeds 50 out to the left side. Mahunde runs a line for going quickly out to Williamson. Williamson's got the wheels. Prince Mars Williamson's brought there as well from Yudi. Desmond Yudi's taken high. And that is a big turnaround penalty for the Flakers. Jaguares defence a bit shaken, and the discipline quickly went out the window there. And a big call here from Pierre Valentine. He goes for the corner, opting to turn down a shot at 3 for Tino Mahunde. And look instead for the 5 or potential 7. This has been a hard grind for the Flakers to get to this position. Kukulski needs to nail his man. It's a 5-man line out. It's stolen at the front again. Penny is on fire. 2 line out steals from the big man in this Jaguares pack. They drive their way up towards the 22, drawing the Flakers defenders out. Botta goes into midfield and running free there is De La Fuente before he gets it out to Buffelli again. Buffelli and Townsend. Oh, what an offload as well to find Benicia. Benicia down the left wing, but he's taken out. Josh Walpole putting in a big tackle, forcing the Jaguares fly half into touch. But how quickly this game has gone from end to end, but still, as we head towards the half an hour mark, we are 0-0 on the scoreboard. It's finally a line-out take for Chris Smith at the back. Waiting for it is Senso again, playing scrum half, but another very good maul here from the Flakers. Now Senso runs for it, finds Desmond Yudi, fresh seat up here, Valentine. Oh, massive hole for Valentine. Has he got the pace? He does! And the power, he stopped it! It's a try! What on earth has gone on there? It's a try! It is a try to Pierre Valentine! How? How has that been given a try? I don't quite understand. Pierre Valentine went for the line, fended off 1, fended off 2, fall over. The ball was gone. Well, left Maroney for dust. Straight through there when Valentine was the first fend. Maroney, see you later. Then the second from Tucolet. He didn't place the ball down. The referees had an absolute howler there. An absolute howler. The TMO didn't want to get involved. Referee calls a try. We see Gordo Senso jumping the ball with delight as the conversion is slotted from Mahunde. What on earth has just happened? The Flakers take the lead, and they lead 7-0 over the Jaguares. Well, we deliver enough of these matches to think that we've seen it all. I tell you what, team, we have seen nothing close to it. It's a great kick-off start there from Valentine. Finds Kukulska. Now Moscow. A little bit of a
not releasing.
Run from Luka. Moscow loses a ball penalty. Jaguares. Not the result he was looking for there with his sneaky little run down the side of the breakdown. And now it's a great decision here from the Jaguares captain to take the shot at 3. Berisha right in front, 40 metres out. And a great kick from Jaguares Berisha. 7 points to 3, hitting back straight away against the Flakers. Well, it's only been a couple of minutes since that such bizarre try from Pierre Valentine, and underway we go now. 7-3 to score. The lead is cut down to just 4 points. As the Jaguares get it back again, Cabelli goes short, and a dicey little run there from Adesio. Finds no way through. Here's another pick and go. Cabelli straight through. That's what we want to see before from Moscow. Didn't go that way instead though. As Jaguares fight their way up towards halfway. The other loser though. Big turnover. Moscow wide. Prince Mars Williamson. One to beat on the pace race. But he's taken down to the 22. Lose the ball. Back to Benisha, who kicks this into touch. And that will be half time. That has been a very exciting opening 40 minutes of this clash between the Flakers and the Jaguares. 7-3 to score. Look at these stats. Territory and possession, they are key. You can see though, it is the Flakers on territory that are leading the way. Pretty much 70-30 on that stat, but it is possession that is dead even. Line breaks, dead even. Kicks, dead even as well. What's a game it has been so far? 4 points of difference. Jaguares yet to score their first try. Well, it was Benisha who finished the first half, and he will get the second underway. Oh, missed by Townsend. Got to hurry here. They're in trouble, the Flakers, and they've done very well. Extremely well as well from Fred de Globe to keep that ball in the field of play. He gets back to his feet now. Moscow, another little run from him. Oh, great from Peter Matthews, finding Chris Smith in support. Oh, they've lost it though. The 2-time 5 players in real trouble now. As the Jaguares will get close, and the Jaguares will score. First try of the game for the Argentinians. They take the lead for the first time. And that was a brutal counter-attack play. Santiago Medrano is the scorer. Lavanini went short. Benisha did brilliantly. And then Medrano with the finish. The tight end prop just scampered his way through. Well, that is great work. I really did enjoy that from Matthews and Smith. But how about that instant hit? Straight after the turnover. Straight down that same channel. There was no remorse there at all from the Jaguares. They spotted the opportunity. And I'll tell you what, they absolutely nailed it as well. They lead for the first time. Now, can they extend it through the boots of Benisha? They do indeed. 10 points to 7. We have game on here between the Flakers and the Jaguares. 7 points to 10. The home team trailing by 3. After a first half that only saw the 10 points, we are quickly underway with 7 in the second half after just 5 minutes. As the Jaguares take the ball down and lose it straight away. Moscow needs to spark something from his team. Desmond Uni finds room. It's Valentine again. He is the man to go to. Inside ball, beautiful work. Asensio charging up on the inside line. Now Peter Matthews waits for it. Short side, numbers surely. Matthews can't get away from the grasp of Benisha. Here's Moscow. Another poor run from Luka Moscow. In trouble the Flakers as they go backwards a few metres. Filkins into midfield it goes. Great work. Oh, Kukulska's put it on a thread out wide here. Townsend one to beat. Can't get away. Just past Tukulin is all he needed to do. But he couldn't get the job done. Really needed that right foot step back in the field of play. But couldn't deliver the goods on this occasion. It remains 10-7. And Creedy the throw in. Oh, Smith turns it over. Back to Matthews, 2 minutes short. Townsend delivers a short ball. Asensio, El Mahande, out wide it goes. Oh, what a tackle, but the try will be scored by Desmond Uni. Wow. What a hit! But what an offload before the pass to Desmond Beauty, who scores a try. Take a look at this beautiful rugby from the Flakers. I think it was Loeb. It was Loeb. Oh, Frederick Loeb. Absolutely hammered. But he somehow got the pass away. Asenso did brilliantly. Mahunde missed out to Loeb. What an offload. The offload from Loeb. Just brilliant from the Flakers, who take their lead back. And Tino Mahunde could extend that lead back out to 4 points. Here's the shot at goal. It is good. It is over. 14 points to 10 now, the scoreboard reads. And we have one hell of a fixture on our hands for the remaining 24 minutes. Bonisha will get us back underway. This time he opts to go very deep with it as well. And down there is Smith, who offloads nicely to Valentine. Francois Valentine, injury. Big blow here. Francois Valentine goes off with a neck injury. And on will come Callum Wilson to take his place. Well, it's injury central at the moment for
Crouch. Fine.
the Flakers. Now a couple of big ones. So Wilson will take place on the onside flank. As the scrum packs down, Moscow waits for it. Flakers with it in the base. Goes to the right. Beauty, the try scorer. Out wide it goes, and now running away is Townsend. Can he break? He can't. Ankahan runs a little short side play before spotting them in a space deep down in the Jaguares territory. And it will be eventually reeled in down there from Matthias Moroni, who returns it back up towards the 10-metre line. Its own side of halfway. Resetting play with a Flakers line out. And a little bit of a desperate scramble to get rid of the ball there from the Jaguares. Here's Zazar Kukulska to throw in. Good attacking chance here for the Flakers. Oh, that is a shocker. Absolute shocker from Kukulska. And once again, it's Guido Petty that steals the ball away. And a big storming run here from Thomas Cabelli. Gets him quickly 10 metres upfield. We can go out wide. Desio finding it nicely into midfield. Rudis Boffelli who loses the ball. That is another chance wasted for the Jaguares. And now Kukulska rumbles it up towards the halfway line again. But now he loses it as well. It's tit for tat at the moment. Cabelli goes into the midfield again. More chances out wide for Matera. Inside ball for Petty. Petty running away. But a great chase from Townsend. Drags him down 10 metres short. Short play, short shots. And a big chance to score. Boffelli almost there. Big chance, Jaguares. Another short one for Matera. And Pablo Matera scores. The Jaguares take the lead back. Well, that happened very quickly for the visiting team. It was the bust down the side. Eventually, from Petty, who was just chased down as well. Great defensive work from the Flakers to shut that short, but eventually it was that hard running line straight off the base of the ruck. Straight to that hard run, and there and bang twice, second time in a row. And the Flakers couldn't contain it. And they have conceded another try, and again concede the lead to the Jaguares. Big plays from big players. Matera is the beneficiary. He gets a try. It's a conversion. Is slotted perfectly from Bonisha. There's some hard work in the lead up to there. Guido Petty, fantastic as well. And now we go back to just 8 minutes to play. And it is a 3-point lead to the Jaguares over the Flakers. Heading into the business time in the game now. And that one's left in the back. Eventually he's pulled in nicely from Petty again. Can't get him out of the game. As Cabelli takes the ball into contact. Creevy goes to his right. So down a foot. Great offload again to Matera. Matera running free. Matera puts the foot down. And no one will stop Pablo Matera. Another try to the Jaguares. Puts this one beyond doubt now. Wow, the the Flakers can't believe it. They were leading by 4, and a couple of moments of brilliance from Pablo Matera puts this one out of their grasp. It was a good chase. Moscow was chasing hard, Walpole as well as Mahunde, but that ball was electric from Geronimo Del Fuente. And away goes Matera. We know all about this guy. He's got the speed and the skill of a back with the power and the presence of a forward. Just about one of the most complete players in world rugby these days is Pablo Matera. And that is a absolutely crushing double whammy from the open side flanker. It also, keep in mind as well, for the Flakers, means they will not get a bonus point now with the lead out to 10. They have given that up of conceding that try. And they, at this stage, with just 2 minutes to play, will be going home empty-handed from a game that they were winning just a couple of minutes ago. Underway we go again. Mahunde down to Cabelli, who is hit hard. Oh, he's got an injury as well. Thomas Cabelli, ankle injury for the scrum half. We'll see another replacement. Will be Martin Landajo, who will take his place at the base of the forward pack. Such an adequate replacement as well. Either of those two could quite easily start for the Jaguares side. Cabelli, though, gets the nod. Landajo is on late in the game. The scrum now for the Jaguares. Willard kick it out. This is game over. And it will be an emphatic victory. Well, no, it's not. It's not all over just yet. Hold the phone on the 22. The Flakers have turned it over. Mahunde goes wide. Valentine wants to beat Uni. Oh, he could have gone out wide. Williamson waiting desperately for the ball. They turn it back in. Overlap on the right. They've gone and stand through the middle of the field. There was chances to the left, chances to the right. Eventually they get it down. And it is the replacement as well. Colin Wilson. Oh, this was tragic from the Flakers. I tell you what, they butchered this try about 3 or 4 times. They went to the short side and they had an overlap of 3-on-1, and then they turned it back infield. Quite remarkable. Prince Mars Williamson can't believe this game. Look at the open field he had. Now look at his stay on the left. There were so many numbers there. Filkins turned it back in. He had all the time and space to go to an easy, once again, 3-on-1 opportunity. Eventually, though, it will fall to the replacement, Callum Wilson, who does dab down through the middle of the midfield and just to the right of the uprights. Well, I tell you what, that was a little bit exciting. The bonus point is back on the menu for the Flakers as a conversion from Tino Mahunde is straight between the uprights, and we have now a 3-point deficit for the Flakers, but time is well and truly up. The Jaguares were a team we knew would be tough for anyone to put away, and today has proven that case quite considerably, as they have taken out the Flakers in the end by a very narrow margin. But this was a game of swings and roundabouts, both teams having plenty of opportunities to put the game to bed, but they just could not stop the opponents from running it straight back. 3 tries apiece. Desmond Udi, Pierre Valentine, and again Callum Wilson, the final try. Tino Mahunde, 3 out of 3 from the tee. It was Santiago Medrano and Pablo Matera with 2 tries for the Jaguares. Borisha, perfect from the tee, 4 out of 4, 3 conversions, and of course, that big difference maker, the penalty goal. The full-time stats, well, possession pretty much dead even, just like it was at halftime. Territory, a bit of an advantage there for the Flakers, but they couldn't make it count. Line breaks 8-7. What an entertaining fixture between these 2 high-flying sides. Well, we did know this game was going to be exciting. 2 of the best teams in the competition, and they have not disappointed. The Flakers have come away with another loss, their second now this season, but only by 3 points. Like we talked about at the end of that game there, they have picked up that losing bonus point, which they almost lost out on with a real lapse, letting the Jaguares score twice right at the end. 24-21 though, they'll be pretty happy to come away with a bonus point, but I guess they'll be pretty distraught that they could not win that game. We've got plenty more great action to come though. The Guardians of the Crib will face Toulouse, Leinster will take on the Saracens, All Flakes Crusaders, Toa, Clermont to round up round 7. It is action-packed. It is all coming your way as well. But this one will go to the Jaguares. They've done it by a whisker, 24-21. How does it affect the table though? Let's take a look at that now, and we can see it is the Jaguares who have gone straight back to the top. It was first versus third. The Flakers were in that number 1 spot. They've got 1 bonus point. Now look at that bonus point tally as well. Keep in mind how important that is. They have double the next best team. They have 6 bonus points. The Toa, Leinster, the Guardians, the Crusaders, all Flakes, they've all got 3. That is the next best. That just shows just how much of a difference that is going to make for the Flakers this season. They're on equal points with the Jaguares, but of course they have lost that match to them, which puts them down into second. What a game it was. The other teams still to play though. The Toa have a game in hand. The Jaguares, they've got a game in hand as well, which makes the situation slightly worse for the Flakers, who still have to have the bye, as do the Celtic Dragons, who sit in 4th. They are 4 points behind the leaders. 3 points are the Toa behind the leaders. The Guardians have got to play. They've already had their bye, so they sit in a pretty strong position. If they can pick up a bonus point and win here against their round 7 opponents, they will go into the 20s and really put themselves into that equation. But look at the situation here now, guys. We've got the Jaguares who still have to play the Toa, the Dragons, the Guardians, and the All Flakes. And they've already shown they can take out the Flakers, who are the best of the subscriber sides so far. This is going to be one hell of a season of the Global Rugby Challenge. Leinster are still in with a shout, as are the Crusaders in Glasgow. This is a season not to be missed out on. Finally, we can see our next match will be the Guardians of the Crib versus Toulouse. That is going to be an interesting game as well. Toulouse have shown they can beat the best, but they can also get thumped by the same standard as well. So that should be an interesting matchup. It will be a home for the Guardians as they look to fight their way in to those top places if they can. They've had a average first half of their season. Now it's time to really knuckle down. Guardians of the Crib versus Toulouse. That is today's episode done and dusted. If you're wondering where the videos have been over the last couple of weeks, do go back and check out a little short video I put out earlier before this one, just explaining what the situation is at the moment and why there's been little going on the channel over the last couple, 3 weeks. That should explain what is going on there. But as always, thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you're enjoying the series. There'll be heaps more coming up, as I've explained in that video as well. So until then, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.